Hey guys, my name is KirbyOT1 and welcome back to the Kirby Superstar part of the Kirby's Dream Collection Marathon. Nailed it. Okay, we're here with the last main game of Superstar, and that is Milky Way Wishes. This is kind of the cornerstone. I know I said that the main attraction of this game was Great Cave Offensive, but this is the grand finale to the story that overarches. It's a loose story, but it is a story nonetheless, and it has its own gimmick. Like all the others. This is not my first time playing Milky Way Wishes. Okay, but... So, the gimmick of this particular game is that you can only get abilities from statues. That's basically what's going on. You can only get abilities from statues, and... yeah. I'll try to explain that more in depth. It's a little bit... There's a little bit of freedom of how you can tackle the worlds, and we're starting with Floria. Gimmick of this is every time you go through, most of the times when you go through a door, it changes seasons, and those seasons affect the world and how you can progress through it. But there's basically two main seasons, winter and everything else. Yeah. You can only get copy abilities from statues, and the statues are kind of your collection progress meter throughout this game. You cannot get abilities from eating enemies. That is no longer a possibility. But once you get a statue, you can actually use the power you get from it anytime you want from the main menu. So that's how you do that. Also, oh, there we go. There we go. Not quite, though. I need another Scarfy, please. Scarfy! Scarfy, can you hear me? Scarfy, where are you? I want to blow up more ice. And now we're reaching a post-commentary section because at this point, I didn't realize that GarageBand had stopped recording my audio, and, well, I did figure it out eventually, but it took me 3 minutes. So, here's 3.5 minutes of me trying to narrate what happened to me last week. Basically, this is a week later when I'm trying to edit. Let's get our first oh wait, that's right, we're in the spring. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a copy statue to... Yep, there it is. It's in the summer? I think we got Cutter. Yeah, it is the summer, because, that's how seasons work, I guess, and... okay. So, full disclosure, I did miss one of the copy statues at the very beginning of the level, and I do go back and get it. I 100%ed this in one session, mind you. But... yeah, it's just that back here, you pretty much need a copy ability to get through that door there. Break the ice, because sliding alone just doesn't cut it for some reason. Kirby's got to do other things, and he's also got to eat grapes, and peaches and chicken, and be the fighter. Fighter is especially useful. They give you a lot of useful abilities right at the beginning. At least useful by Kirby standards, because the cutter ability, of course, that cuts ropes. And the fighter ability is just really good at combat. And about... I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the commentary that made it, but you get about 2 or 3 copy statues per game, per level in this game. I don't know why I was switching so much. Anyway, this is the menu that shows off all of your copy powers that you have, and you can switch to them on the fly. I think what I was doing before was pressing the X button. No, wait, no, it wasn't the X button. I don't have the controller in my hands right now. So, I don't know. I also don't know why I was heading back there when I knew that it was going to be water instead of ice. Don't look at me like that, you flowers. Yeah, I don't know why I keep going through these doors. I probably could have cut some of this out, but what would be the fun in that? What would be the fun in doing post-commentary if I had to cut things? Not very fun, I'll tell you that much. And there's basically 2 weathers in this level. Winter and everything else. As it usually is in games with weather mechanics. Kick a chicken. Kickin'. Just kickin'. And I think we're almost at the end, but first, a mimosa. And through the door. Nope. One more, buddy. One more. Come on. Or maybe 2 more. Maybe it's 2 more. Oh yeah, it was just 1 more, because now we're in fall. And now, the boss fight against Twin Woods, 2 wispy woods. And that's shaking things up. Except I think we actually fought this guy in Meta Knight, Revenge of Meta Knight. I don't know. I have poor memory, I'm sorry. But again, not too hard to bring down. And also I think all the bosses in this game are recycled. Anyway, I think I'm coming back to when I resume actual commentary. That'll be fun. You'll actually get to hear my live reactions. So, GarageBand decided to stop recording. I don't know why. It does that sometimes, but I am back in action. Here's a secret. So, okay. We got these guys here, the guys who give the copy ability. That illustrious copy ability that I said was useless earlier in the game. Let's switch to Cutter to deal with them. He actually could have done this first. I just forgot where it was, briefly, but I figured it out. Because I am like that. Come on. Okay, I guess I got Fighter. I pressed X by accident. You can still absorb and use one time or use powers such as self-destruct and... I know it's not called self-destruct, but the bomb ability and Mike, you can still use those by the traditional means, and basically what this area here is short area to get the copy power. It's secret, and it resides at the very bottom of your list here. Everything is complete. So let me see if I can figure out where in Floria that last secret is. I think it might be at the very beginning. Don't knob my face. I don't know why I said knob. Do not nibble my face. Back here, please? Nope. Okay, Winter, let's give you a try. Just give me a try. I remember that from, I think, 2015. Wombats. That was on the radio sometimes. Okay. We're gonna be okay. And see here? See here? It's the chili ability. Chili ability. I wish that's what it was called. And now can I exit the level, or do I have to... Yeah, okay, I pressed X. No, I pressed L. I pressed L. My brain doesn't work today because it is Saturday, and Saturday is when my brain doesn't work. That's what I'm gonna go with. We got Aqualus. It's water. It's water. Hello, water. Hello, water. Anyway, I really should have gotten a walkthrough up. Well, not really a walkthrough, but just a thing that tells me what worlds have what abilities, because I think there are some levels that have more than 3 copy ability statues. Could just be a guess, though. I could be wrong. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, I have on my phone now a page on the Kirby wiki that tells me which worlds have which copy essence deluxes. That's what the official name is. I don't care that I didn't say it right. Did a piece of food just come out of that enemy when I killed it? That doesn't usually happen in Kirby. And, okay. I want to be... No, I don't want to be copy. I want to be ice. Because it's a water world. I want to be ice. That makes sense. At least I think it does. Except for the fact that water somehow resists ice in Pokemon. Which, I feel like it should be the opposite, personally. Was that door here before? Anyway, we got Parasol. Objectively the best power in the game because it prevents things from falling on top of you, and that is amazing. That is something I love. Damn it. Can we... Yeah, thank you. So I wanted the underwater candy. I wanted it. We don't have a fire ability. Nope. We don't have a fire ability. So, this we'll have to come back to later if I can't figure out... Okay, so the other abilities in this level are Sword and Beam. And I don't think that they're in that canon. My favorite powers, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Beam. If I was good at Photoshop, I would put up a visual gag there. But I'm not good at Photoshop. I don't even have Photoshop. I edit all my thumbnails with PowerPoint. That's how low-tech I am. Well, okay, I don't edit all my thumbnails with PowerPoint. Obviously, the hand-drawn ones by friends or other people who are willing to take a commission from me, I don't really mess with them, except when I have to add text. Did I say willing to have me commission them? I don't know. It should be I commission them to make thumbnails. That's the thing. So. And I mean, obviously the ones I had with Sean were made by him because it's his style of thumbnail. Anyway. Okay, I think I want to stay outside the edge here. There is a door on one of these corners, and I think it's the bottom right. Yep. My Kirby memory is serving me well today. This is the way forward. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is full of currents, and you want to go the right way. Yeah. If a current pushes you to a door, you're not getting back. There's no super swim ability, and I love how Kirby has this little thing. He has the mask and goggles on. I think this is something he didn't have in Kirby's Adventure. I'll have to check. Oh, yeah. It's a cute touch. They did a lot of cute touches for Kirby's Superstar because they were able to do more with the Super Nintendo compared to the NES and Game Boy. Like Kirby was a champion on the Game Boy primarily, but I only had the one game on the NES. He usually has a lot of presence on the handhelds. You're not stuck here, but, oh, this still takes you back, even though it's not a dead end. That's weird. I don't like it. I thought it was gonna be a secret. I'm going literally every possible wrong direction. Just for completionist's sake, I guess. But yes, Kirby is primarily on handheld Nintendo consoles. Not as big on the home consoles. I guess the Super Nintendo and Wii are a bit of exceptions, because Super Nintendo had 2 main Kirby games, as well as a bunch of spin-offs. There's Dream Course, Avalanche, any others I'm forgetting? I know there's Dream Course and Avalanche. Oh, we got another battle with Fatty Whale. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to put for the thumbnails of these if they keep reusing this many bosses. I know what I'm going to use for the thumbnail of the final part of this. That's a different story. I didn't show the cutscene at the beginning, did I? So that's a bit unprofessional. I'm apologizing here. So basically, the plot of this game is that the Sun and the Moon are fighting, and you need to make them not fight anymore. And considering the trouble they give you in Kirby's Adventure, and also Dreamland 2, I'd say it might be a good idea to try to stop them. Might be. Alright. Water. Swig of water after a water world. And we're gonna go back into Aqualus and see if I can find the sword ability. It's this room you want to be in. Don't exactly remember what you do, even though I just looked at a walkthrough for it, but I took a little look, see if I needed that fire ability and to use the cannon to get what I need, and I don't. So, it's through this door, I think. Thank you. Oh, I first thought that the sword guy was the statue, but nope. Yeah, cut it. Fight a sharp thing with a sharp thing. It's not quite as catchy as fight fire with fire, but eh. Okay. Let's try something else. Beam, yes. That'll be perfect, because I can actually attack things below me. A little bit, but it's still something. It's something. I remember a meme from years ago that says it's something. I think it was in line with the Rage comics, even though it wasn't the exact style of Rage comics. Rage comics. I can't think of anything more 2012 than Rage comics. I mean, aside from maybe, Fun's We Are Young, which is an underrated song. It's underrated. Well, it was a #1 hit, but it's underrated in the fact that people don't remember it fondly. But I do. It's a good song. Next up in our world hunting quest for Sun and Moon. You get Pokemon Sun and Moon, even though you can just go to GameStop and get it for like $40, if not less. You can do that. Although at this point, you just probably get one of the Ultra games, because those are actually better. More content and all. But I have all the Alola games, just because I'm a Pokemon person. Hello. Give me the candy. Give me that. Thank you. Seriously, are enemies dropping candy when I kill them? Because I legit forgot that was a thing in this. There we go. Obvious location for an ability is obvious, and we get the jet. Oh, good. I'm gonna switch back to ice. I wasn't ice before, but so there's 2 other abilities in this level, like there have been in all the levels beforehand. Let's see if I can break the streak of having to come back to get one of them. Oh, okay. This is something I'll need jet for. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, let's try that again. I'm gonna start in the air first. Are we there yet? Oh, okay. No save state on this game. I mean, not how I'm playing it in the Kirby's Dream Collection. No save states here, although you can get save states on the Wii U Virtual Console, as well as the Super Nintendo Classic. Those you can get. And I'm really glad that Nintendo embraced save states. I kind of wish that... I mean, well, nobody else really offers a Virtual Console-like service, like Sony and Microsoft. Well, not anymore, at least. Sony had PS1 classics on PS3, but I don't think they carried... Did they? Maybe they did a little bit, but I've gotten most of my PS1 games on my PS3. So, and not my PS4, although I have only had my PS4 for a few months. So, okay, hello. No thanks. And yes, I did need... You do need either wheel or preferably jet to get this here, and... I mean, wheel is an odd inclusion in this game, considering that wheel is usually a situational ability. And, like, when are you gonna come into a situation where you're gonna think, hey, I should use wheel for this, and we got a maze here. I don't remember the exact path, but one of these paths do lead... Oh. Do I have to fight you? I'm just gonna switch to ice. Yeah. Freeze you to death. Very painful. Okay, I didn't need to do that. I probably should check for the optimal path. Okay. Thank you for the cherry and pie? I think that's pie? If you're guarding it this heavily, it's... Oh, never mind. Give me the pancakes. Give me this. Really should have looked up a walkthrough, but I don't care. We'll find it eventually. We'll find it through brute force, because that is the American way. That is the ending, and I don't want the ending. Not yet. Hello, 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 hello. If you watched old Mystery Science Theater 3000, that is a gag that they do a lot. By the way, watch Mystery Science Theater 3000. You can watch the revived series on Netflix. That's a good series. I don't know if they're gonna do another one beyond the 2 seasons that they've done, but highly recommended. It was a little niche, and I only really found out about it from my parents. I backed the Kickstarter that they did to bring it back, and I think that's the only Kickstarter I ever supported. I didn't support Ukulele or Hat in Time, because at the time I didn't really know that much about crowdfunding, or even... I don't think I had a PayPal at that time either, so I wouldn't have... Well, I could have set up a PayPal, but I didn't know how PayPal worked. I was making excuses for myself. Well, what... Just... The main takeaway is I backed the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Revival Kickstarter, did not regret it, because they did constant updates even years after successfully funding to kind of let you know when their thing was getting off the ground. They did that, they got the episodes made, and the episodes were good. It was a reboot. If you don't know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, I realize I neglected to say what it is. It's a show that revolves around adding extra jokes, funny commentary to bad movies, usually. Old bad movies. Except for in one case, they actually did Atlantic Rim, which came out in 2013, that was the first time that anything under the MST3K name had covered a movie that came out after 2000. I mean, part of that does have to do with the fact that the original run happened before the 21st century. But yeah, they played bad movies in their entirety and have a man trapped in space along with his 2 robots, add extra commentary to the movies, and it's funny. Like, obscure references, just weird observations, whatever they want to do. And then obviously they have to get permission to use the movies. Anyway, that was Krakow. Thank you for Krakow. I just realized that the name of that level was Sky High. Sky High's a good movie. You should watch that too. Just making movie recommendations with Sick of BOT1. Okay.